Alex Pepiak is here to join us, and he's going to give us a little bit of background about himself and his music. So, Al, why don't you get us started by just telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter, guitarist, entrepreneur.
Describe your music or your music style in like 3 words.
Haphazardly interesting. That's only 2 words, but that's all I
That's
can think of.
perfectly fine.
I don't try to write in a style. I don't try to repeat a genre. I go with whatever comes into my head. And sometimes it's very different than, say, the last song I wrote or other songs that I wrote. And that's okay. It keeps it interesting. It's hard to describe, um, but yeah, it works for me.
Yeah, I think you may not consider yourself to have a particular style, but you have a definite sound, and it works for you and your music, I think.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Al, tell us a little bit about I'm Free, because I know you're going to play that one here tonight.
Right.
Where did that come from? What is that about?
Okay. I'm Free. I wrote at Yorma Kalkinen's Fur Peace Ranch at a songwriting workshop. Yorma is an amazing guitar player, number one. And number two, he's a pretty damn good songwriter. He'd give us things to listen to, and then he would give us an assignment. The assignment for that song was write a song about how you feel at the end of the day, either the end of the work day or if you don't work, just the the end of your day, however you know that happens. The problem is we got out of class at 4, dinner was at 5, the concert that night was at 6:30, so there was no real time. So I went to the concert. I talked to folks, had a great time. Went back to the cavern, and it's late. I started thinking that what I would do is I'd write from the negative perspective, which I have a lot of experience with.
Okay.
Now, some of it, when you write songs, it's not always personal experience. Some of it is fantasy. Some of it is inspired by personal experience or books or whatever. So the first verse about Papa was just total fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
The second verse about Grandpa was actually about my own grandfather.
Okay.
The third verse about Mom was actually about my mother.
Okay.
The final verse about being a troubadour and going from town to town is my fantasy.
Okay.
So that's how that came about. And what I did was I had a capo in my guitar case, and it's gives you drop D, but without retuning the guitar. And I never wrote anything in drop D before. And so I put the capo on and I just started making up chords, making up chord shapes, and it all fit together. The next day, I was at breakfast and I was talking to one of the guys in the class, and he goes, "Oh my God, I wrote a song in drop D too." It's like, wow, that's really interesting. And so I got to the class and I said, "Well, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to play a song." I played the song, and when I was done, for a minute, there was like complete silence. And I'm like, oh no.
Wow.
And then everybody burst into applause. And I was just stunned. And Norma looked at me and said, "You wrote that?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You wrote that?" I was like, wow. need to work every day of his life, but not me. Carrots and lunch pails in a factory. I hate this job, I hate this life, I hate this 9 to 5, not me. Grandpa lived and died on his farm, not me. A brother fed chickens, milk cows, not me. I never stood behind the plow, I'll never grow crops, never know how, not me. Mama worked behind the desk, not me. Dressed up pretty every day of her life, but not me. When she came home, she was a wife. She cooked the meal, she lived in strife, not me. I'm just a troubadour, I'm free. Going to town, I play music, I'm free. I'll make you laugh, I'll make you smile, even if it's just for a little while, I'm free. Papa said some people work every day of their lives, jobs that they hate, but not me.
So this one I always have to give credit to James Lipton. I don't know if you remember him from An Actor's Studio.
Yes.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck. Nowadays, it's not as powerful of a word as it was, say, in the 1970s. And using that word kind of defined you as a certain type of person or having a certain mindset. And so as a result, I tended to use it a lot, and I still do.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Be yourself. We all have people that we admire, but try to carve out your own style, your own niche, your own way of playing the guitar or whatever instrument, um, you know, and that's what makes you unique. We're all playing the same 12 chords. Well, okay, there's more than 12. We'll say 12 notes. But it's how we put them together, how we manipulate them, how we cut them into rhythms, how we emphasize them, that makes us unique.
What words of advice can you provide to our watchers and listeners here?
Don't do it. It's an evil mistress. Don't do it half-heartedly. If you're going to do it, put in your whole heart and soul, and it will return to you, a thousandfold. It really will. You have to experience life. You have to read. You have to travel. You have to have some girl rip your heart out, chew it up, and spit it back into your face. You have to experience love and hate and life. That's what makes the best songs, in my opinion.
How old were you when you got your first guitar, and if you remember, and what was it?
Well, before guitars, I had ukuleles.
Okay.
And I guess if you count a Mickey Mouse guitar,
Absolutely.
that would probably have been one of the first. So we're talking 2, 3.
Very cool.
My aunt went to Hawaii, and brought back the ukulele, and she gave it to me. I was always infatuated with the guitar. Um, my mother used to put me in the playpen in front of the TV, turn on American Bandstand. Back then it was on for 3 hours a day.
Okay.
So I literally saw every influential group of the late 50s and early 60s.
Wow, that's cool.
And that was a big influence, although not the ultimate influence.
Okay.
The ultimate influence was Roy Rogers and Cowboys. Cowboys played guitar, therefore I wanted to play guitar.
Makes sense.
It made sense to me.
You can have your cake and eat it, take my love and then mistreat it. Someday when you find you need it, I'll be out of town. You've been traveling down the wrong road, better turn around, 'cause baby you're heading for dangerous ground.
She waitress in a diner since she was 17. First husband to lose, and the second one's just me. Now she teaches her daughter things on the diner floor. That's what happens when you never leave the sound. That's what happens when you never leave the sound. When she drove his daddy's pickup truck, he used his daddy's tools. Joined his daddy's union when he dropped out of school. Now he just drinks away his life, sitting on daddy's dog stool. That's what happens when you never leave the sound. That's what happens when you never leave this town. I'm looking for a goddess, you know I'm looking for a friend. Searching for the answers, I've been looking to the end. You know I'm looking for God. Ain't in this town. That's what happens when you never leave the sound. That's what happens when you never leave this town. We don't become an astronaut just by getting high. You don't become a cynic without a teardrop in your eye. You know you don't use up your